Well, the nice thing is we have an all-new model of the Xbox One at the Xbox One S this holiday, delivering an incredible value at just €299. The fact that we're delivering 4K video, 4K Blu-ray player, HDR games and video, so a lot of great value and a new console that's 40% smaller. From a gaming standpoint, we have our largest games lineup we've ever had in the history of Xbox. We're doing a lot of innovation to bring our big first-party games and franchises both to Xbox One and to Windows 10 gamers. And so we've got a lot and trying to bring our games to as many people as possible. With that said, we know there's a lot of owners today that want the most powerful console, that want true 4K gaming, and we're obviously, looking forward to bringing that to those folks next holiday with Project Scorpio. And we feel confident that will be the first really true 4K box that can deliver a very differentiated, full step beyond what we're doing today with Xbox One S. Sure. So a couple things we've done. We've said first is that we want to take our first-party games lineup and make that available to as many gamers as possible. We know in Europe specifically there's over 139 million PC gamers, so we want to make those available. For Project Scorpio, we're not planning to have any Project Scorpio console exclusives. So the titles that we're going to make for Project Scorpio, we also are planning to make available for Xbox One, and we continue to plan to support those titles across Windows 10 as well. Of course, with Scorpio, you do get things like high-fidelity VR capabilities. We have a 6 teraflop GPU built into that product, and so we'll be able to deliver new high-fidelity VR experiences beyond what we do in console gaming. With that said, we want people to know that with each console generation, you've had to invest in a new games library, a new set of accessories. So we're really looking, how do we innovate without losing that compatibility? And so that's really the focus. So right now, all we've basically said is that the games and accessories that you own today will be compatible with the Xbox, with Project Scorpio. And so that's really the focus, to make those compatible. I think you've seen what we've done with Kinect, continue to support that, and allow people, even with Xbox One S, people that have Kinect can get a free adapter to have that enabled as well. We haven't talked about specifics about how we're going to go to market with Project Scorpio. Beyond that, it's really about that next big step to true 4K gaming and those gaming experiences and the types of things that bring that to life. But we know with the Xbox One library and with backward compatibility, there's a lot of games that people have invested in, and we don't want them to lose the value of that investment. No, you're right. On Windows 10, we're working with all of the big VR partners. So HTC Vive, obviously Oculus. Oculus Rift ships with an Xbox One controller. Minecraft this week has launched on Oculus Rift, and we really thought about Minecraft as the right type of franchise to go into the VR space. It's also available on Gear VR, and so it's been a perfect fit for VR. Those are great high-fidelity VR experiences that we know are being developed today on Windows 10. The exciting thing for us is how do we bring those types of experiences also to the console market at scale? And so that's one of the capabilities that gets unlocked with Project Scorpio. So there will be VR experiences, high-fidelity VR experiences that are unique to Project Scorpio. So when we say there won't be any console-exclusive games, the console games that you play today, the console games that we make for Project Scorpio, we're going to make those available for both, so no one's left behind. High-fidelity VR experiences, those things that you get today on really high-end PCs, we're going to be able to bring that to the console market for the first time, so that will be new and additive to what we're doing today with Xbox One. Indie games are incredibly important to our portfolio. I mean, they're some of my very favorite games. I mean, 3 years ago at Gamescom, we announced the ID at Xbox program. Since then, we've brought a huge library of indie games, and in many ways, a lot of the best indie games out there today are now on Xbox One. You talked about Cuphead coming, Inside. Yes, we have a number of other titles coming in that space. And so what we want to be able to do is support that, but then also, we announced we're bringing things like the Xbox Game Preview program to Windows 10. And so by doing that, we're going to let those indie ID Xbox developers be able to bring those titles, if they want, at the same time to console gamers and to PC gamers. A lot of those developers are also interested in supporting things like Xbox Play Anywhere. So to be able to another customer benefit, if I buy a game in Game Preview, to be able to get access to it across multiple devices, I think it's going to be great for those indie developers as well. Yeah, it was actually the July NPD data that had us #1. And for us, I think we had a lot of momentum coming out of E3 in June, and the market reacted, I think, really positive to the Xbox One, our games lineup, a lot of new things we're showcasing for Xbox Live. Definitely some anticipation of the Xbox One S. We had some really great offers that also helped drive that volume, and so we were really honored to see that. But we know every month we have to work to earn those customers. And so for the month of August, we have the Xbox One S launching. So far, it's going very well. And we're hoping to have a big holiday. Yeah, I think so. I mean, and to be able to offer people FIFA 17 at no additional cost. They also include EA Access in those bundles, so they can play the game 5 days before it releases. It's a really great value. We have a 500 gigabyte and a 1 terabyte SKU there. And there's a lot of great, there's Loaned Legends. We have a rare player pack in the 1 terabyte SKU. So we've tried to put as much value into those as we can. And then, of course, we know the local retailers will do their special offers as well. And we'll make it really compelling for people looking to get an Xbox One, if you're a FIFA fan. It's the best-selling sports game in the world, so yes, it's incredible how big it is. Nope, FIFA is bigger than Madden. Yes, soccer is bigger than American football. You heard it here first. Definitely would not have been possible. I think, and that's the nice thing about the advancement of the technology over time, is the components can be shrunken down. We're able to produce the same amount of performance, the same amount of low sound, be able to have really high performance. But yeah, if we could have made it smaller from the start, we would have. But reliability is really important. The quality of the system is really important. Sound is really important. And I'm really proud of what the team has done, not just from an engineering standpoint, but as you hit on, the design is really beautiful. And we've gotten a lot of compliments on that. The look and feel, something people are proud of. It's a really beautiful, it's a piece of art, that you're making as a hardware engineer. And so we're really lucky to have some very talented designers in our team. Quantum Break overall did very well for us. So we don't report specific sales of the game by platform, but overall, Quantum Break exceeded our internal forecasts. We're really pleased with how the title did. And as you know, we've recently announced that we're bringing that to Steam. And so really, the idea there is just to allow even more gamers get access to the game. It's a really great game. Highly recommend people play it. If they're a PC fan, if they're fans of the Steam store, excited to bring it to that audience as well. Remedy has created, they have a great history of creating great games, great stories. And I think Quantum Break's another great addition to what they've created, and we're excited to have been able to publish that title. So we've had for many years our first-party games in Steam. We had things like Age of Empires, we had Alan Wake, more recently we had Ori, State of Decay. So we've brought our games to Steam over the years, when kind of on a case-by-case basis, but we know there's fans of the Steam store. We will continue to look to Steam as a place to bring our games when it makes sense. And we'd love to see what people think. What do people think of us bringing Quantum Break? We're always sort of listening and learning from each of these, each of these launches. I don't know, Peter, if you'd add anything else to that.
No, I mean, I would just echo what Aaron said. It's absolutely true that we embrace Steam. We love Steam. Phil's been on record saying that. I'm a Steam gamer. PC gaming is healthy, and so, as Aaron says, when it makes sense, having games there from our portfolio is great. The one callback I wanted to do, Aaron made a reference to our ID at Xbox program. I love what that community is doing with taking advantage of the platform. I mean, one of the games that Aaron's team worked with the developer to bring was iDarb. They're taking advantage of the cross-play between the two platforms, which is an exciting, unique benefit that we provide that we know gamers enjoy. Yeah, well, you know, Phil has been very open with the fact that we have listened to the feedback relative to, you talk about our platform on the PC side. We've made a huge investment as a company in UWP. The value to the development community relative to games is they can write once and then they can deploy that game to both PC and console. So there's an economy of the development time and resources that are involved. For the gamer, it means that they're going to be able, with the Play Anywhere program, to buy once and play on both of those things. But the thing that we've done is we listen to the PC community say, hey, we'd really love if you would support VSync. We'd really love if you supported SLI. We'd really love if you supported mods and fraps. Well, we stood up in our February showcase, and we stood up at Build, and we said, you know what? Thanks for the feedback. And just in May, we shipped support for VSync. We shipped support for SLI. In fact, really proud of the fact that Square Enix brought out Rise of the Tomb Raider subsequent to their launch in January, and they supported SLI and they supported DX12. So you can kind of see how we've listened to the feedback, we've embraced it, we've already deployed some updates to the UWP platform, and we've already announced that we will be supporting things like fraps and mods in the future. No timing to announce, but you'll see that the things that we know PC gamers love about Win32 are things that we're building into UWP. Well, I'm not wearing my Gears shirt. I should be, but it'll be Gears of War 4 for me. But I'm also a huge racing fan, so Forza Horizon 3. And I actually like the freedom of the open world, so I'm actually looking forward to that product quite a lot.
Oh God, well, I lead the games marketing team, so it's very hard for me to pick one child that is more beautiful than the others. But I'll be right there with Peter and say Gears 4 and Forza Horizon 3. I might go Forza Horizon 3. I'm a big fan of the Horizon series. Forza as a franchise, and I just love the variety. I think taking that down to Australia, the environments is going to be so much fun, and the fact that I can now play cross-platform with friends that are on the PC, I think it's going to be great. Bringing Gears to the PC in 4K, it's going to be stunning. People will start to see some of the visuals. That game's known as a visual showcase as well. So those are two games I think are great picks, and definitely top of my list as well. With that said, on the indie side, Cuphead is one I'm definitely looking forward to. Inside, I recently completed, and still kind of blew my mind what a masterpiece that is. And so taking some time out from the big games to play some of those great indie jewels as well.